Alright, what's up guys? This is Travis with my Bringback, and this is going to be your 5th Android development tutorial. And it's going to be pretty amazing actually. But first what I want you to do is just make sure this application works, and this is what we did in the last tutorial. Can't speak, tongue-tied, tongue-twisted, whatever it's called. So we're just going to right click and hit run as Android application. And I don't think I saved anything. I'm getting two choices because my phone's plugged in, but we're going to use the emulator. So hit OK. And basically what we're going to do in this series, or this lesson, is kind of show you a simpler way to make these layouts for XML, and also kind of walk you through the how the compiler works on these devices, and also we'll get into a little introduction of Java. So basically we see our program's running, and you can click on it and it changes the color of the button. That's just kind of a default that the Android programs for you already. It's just kind of the default button that they use. So that's pretty cool. But now we just want to go back into our main XML, and the first thing I want you to do is go down over here on bottom left corner of Eclipse, click this and go down to Other, and under the general folder there's something called Properties. So I want you to click on Properties, open that up, and just drag it and drop it over here somewhere. Now we go into our graphical layout. Again, here's where you transfer from graphical to code, but we go into our graphical layout, and there's kind of a simple way to, like I said, to create these layouts. And you guys, I know you're pros at this already. The XML stuff, you put it on your resume, everything is golden there. But this is for those people that just like the easy method, don't like coding, or aren't as smart as you are because you figured out the XML stuff. But basically, here is just an easy, simple way you can drag and drop a button. We created a button that way. Here's another button. We dragged and dropped it. Now when we have this highlighted, we can go over to our properties and kind of change the properties of the button just like we did in the XML, except it's a little simpler. So we're going to try and make this button the exact same as this one, just using some of these methods. First, under the miscellaneous, we want the maybe it's not miscellaneous, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. Let's see here, sorry. Okay, over here, under your layout, sorry, I was a little confused there for a second. Under your layout tab, should be here again. If not, you can find it over in that bottom left corner where we got our properties. You have basically kind of a graphical view of what we set up in the XML. We have our linear layout, and within there we have 2 text views and now 2 buttons. So we're going to click on button 2, and then we're going to go down to the miscellaneous tab, and as you can see, the height is wrap content, and the width we need to change to fill parent. And now bam, look at that, so similar. And the other thing we need to do is kind of change the text here. We're going to change this to text, or button 2. Enter. Looks pretty good. Let's see, text size, we want to do 25 dp. Text style and over here you can also hit these 3 dots, the extension, and it's a little simpler. Just hit bold, and looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, sure does. So that's kind of a simple way to add a button, or add some of these other things, edit text. We'll get into those later. But again, I just want to save the project, and now I want to kind of walk you through what happens when we run our applications. First, what's going to happen is in the Android manifest, it's going to kind of give us the parameters of what device we're using or it's capable of, and then it's going to locate the icon. I'll go back to the emulator so I can kind of see this. See, as you can see, the basic series is right here. So it locates at the drawable icon, and that should kind of look like familiar. As you can see, it's referencing the drawable folder, and here's the icon. That's the default icon that comes with it, just this little thing. And then what it does is it also has the app name, which we defined when we set up the project. So it says the basic series, and then it's going to start, or basically it looks for this launcher code right here, and whatever that is within, it's going to start that activity. So since the launcher is within this activity parameters, it's going to look for the activity called .main, which in our source folder, man, I can't speak, source folder, here is our main Java. So it's just basically going to look to launch that one first. So we're going to open that up, and as you can see, this might look confusing because we haven't gotten to the Java yet, but just what I want you guys to realize is it calls an onCreate method, and within this onCreate method, as you can see, these are the two things within there. It sets the content view to the reference folder, layout, and then main, which is what this is called. So there you go. That's kind of what's going on. Is again, the manifest calls the main activity, or whatever you label this as, to start up, and then it sets the content view referring to whatever layout. So quickly, I just want to right click on the layouts, and I'm just going to show you how to set up a different layout. So we're going to go right click, new, other, and then under the Android folder, Android XML file. And we're just going to call this splash, because we're going to create a splash screen. So we're just going to call it splash, and you always have to add XML at the end, .xml. If you don't, it won't let you do it. But here's your layout. It's going to be a layout, so that's what we want. There's some other options we'll get into later, but then all we have to do is hit finish, and it gives us kind of a blank canvas to work with, as you can see in there. But now what we can do is go into the main Java, and if we wanted to, we can just change this to Splash instead. So we're going to hit save, and again, we're just going to right click on the project and go run as Android application on the emulator, and we'll see if that blank canvas gets loaded instead of that main XML. So as you can see, it's pretty blank here, and that's because we've referred to our new splash. So that's basically all this tutorial is, kind of a general walkthrough. Also, if you want, you can create your own custom icon. That's the homework I'd give you for if you want to, and then just change this image. So create a new picture and call it icon.png, and then just replace it within your drawable folder for each of these three. So thanks again for watching, and subscribe and thumbs up, checking out the website, all that great stuff. I'll catch you guys next tutorial. Peace.